Boondock Buzz fam, Big E here coming to you live from our Brinkley Model G 3950. A lot of you have been requesting our 6-month review of being full-time RVers in this very rig. So when we got this Brinkley RV, we've had really high hopes. I mean, after all, when you become a full-time RVer, buying a RV is a big decision. So being on the road, traveling, boondocking, we've really put this Brinkley to the test. So now it's time to be brutally honest and give you what we really think about this RV, the good, the bad, the ugly, what we love, and also the unexpected. So if you're thinking about buying a Brinkley, or just say you're curious about what full-time RVing is all about, you're not going to want to miss what we have in store for you in this episode.
All right, guys, I'm Kristen, and I am here in the bedroom of our Model G 3950 Brinkley. So many things that we love about the Brinkley. We would absolutely buy another Brinkley, flaws and all. But not everything is perfect, and there are even a couple things that we wish we would have made different choices in. So we're going to tackle that along with sharing some other insight. But first, you're wondering what is going on behind me. No, I did not make the bed yet today because I wanted to show you the process that it takes to make the bed. Because why? Because this is one of the things we don't love so much. But we could have made a different choice had we known better. So this is the king size bed that I believe comes standard in the Model G. And we thought we'd need the space. We like our king size bed. Our dog sleeps with us this night. He's a big guy. So we thought we'd want the space, not really realizing how much it was going to take away from what would you call it? Convenience, I'll say. One thing is just, you don't have a ton of space, so you're doing the side shimmy to get into bed. And then you got to kind of climb up in, okay? That's okay. The other thing is that the queen size option comes with some storage right here, which would have been really, really nice. Having a little bit of extra storage here would have been great for like a book, a magazine, glasses, different things like that. And you know what? You don't use this space. You're not going to use, you're never that close to the wall or the window or whatever. So sacrificing that for more storage and having a little bit more walkability would have been a big time bonus. So note to self, I'm going to show you the process it takes to make the bed, because that too, my friends, is not a fun time. I don't enjoy making this bed at all. Most of the time, this is exactly what it looks like, usually worse. But I did arrange it a little bit just for you. I'm going to show you that process in a minute, but first let me love on Brinkley just a little bit more and give you a grand tour of our bedroom. So right here, this is a fantastic little built-in shelf that came standard. There is under bed storage, super easy to access. Right now we have winter coats and different things in there. And you can see there's even drawers underneath the bed. Ample, ample storage. The other thing I love about the Brinkley is the full mirror door that you have for the closet. I also love the lighted coat rack here. The shelf, not so much. It's not actually very usable. I tried using it for different things in the past, and everything just falls off when we travel. So I see it's necessary for the coat rack, but this is one of the things I'm going to have to come up with a solution for. And I'd even like there to be a little bit more lighting up there. Here's that window that I love. We get to see out this window every morning when we have a fantastic view, which has been so much fun. And this window a lot of times will reflect on the closet door. So that's been like double great when we have just the perfect vantage point. Another fun thing underneath the dresser is this under top storage. It's so great, you guys. I put all kinds of different things in there and it's super handy. And guess what? More drawer storage. All right, you guys, we'll see you again in a little bit when we talk about the next room. All right, well, you get the idea. That's as good as it's going to get for today. I'm sweating. I need a drink.
If you you've been following us for a while, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. About 89 to 90% of you are not subscribed that watch our channel. Hey, if you're one of those, hey, please subscribe. It really helps us better understand our audience to provide much better content to you. Hey, let's get back to things here though, shall we? One of the things that we love about this RV is that we can boondock and our batteries can stay charged. We've got a generator for those days that are dark and meaning cloudy, and of course in the evening. Also, we have got solar, but one of the things I don't like about the whole thing is this. I don't like this. This seems very outdated. And what this is it just gives us information about our batteries. And you can see that our batteries are being charged at 100%, but it doesn't really show how they're being charged, where the ampage is coming from, the voltage is coming from. So this looks like it's from the, I don't know. What do you think? Do you think this looks like the 80s or 90s at best? I've seen much better controls than this. So let me ask you, what are your thoughts on that?
Okay, so now I'm standing here on one of our most favorite parts of our Brinkley 3950, and that is the outdoor deck. We love this deck. It serves as both a ramp and a spinning place for Bear. And there are steps that come along with it. I don't have them attached right now, but it allows you to step on and off, which is also super great with a dog because we can use this as a main entrance if it's muddy and not great outside. The residential railing is fantastic. I just added a rug. We love to sit out here with our favorite beverage and enjoy the beautiful views that we get to experience all the time. So one of the other features that we really love about the deck is the outdoor speakers. It's Eric's most favorite, the Rockford Fosgate speakers. There's some fantastic lighting. There is a backup camera that's Wi-Fi enabled that we can see from the truck, which is incredible. And these doors open all the way up. Magnets secure them to the railing. Do you think he's gonna catch his tail? Is today the day? Bear, is it today? Okay, well you keep going, you let me know. All right, you can see how awesome it is to be able to have that big open space, beautiful views, and then it steps right into the garage. Now, as you know, we have a side-by-side. So our garage does get primarily used as like a garage. We do convert it to an office space while we're parked. And other than that though, if we don't have any guests, we pretty much have it open. But when we're traveling, we've got a side-by-side to put in here, outdoor chairs, grills, all kinds of other things. So one thing we'd really like to change in here is the wall covering. We'd like this to either be something more durable. You can see we've got a little bit of a mark here from the bicycle that we had, that was from traveling, and a little bit of a mar on the trim. But other than that, it's held up pretty good, though we would love to have something darker and more durable for the walls. So that'll be a design thing you'll see coming up. We also have an extra bathroom back here. So if we do have overnight guests, they can actually have at least a half bath. The walls collapse for travel days. So this comes down and it makes perfect amount of space for us to be able to get everything that we need, ample amount of room. There's a pull down sink in here, which is also really, really nice. There's extra vents. There are hooks in the floor that we can use for tie downs. See if I can show you one of these behind some of Bear's things. We've got several of these throughout the floor that we use to tie down the side-by-side and bicycle and other things. There's a twin-size bed loft area, but I would have to say for that one, you guys, I would just as soon have a storage space up there. I don't know, I mean, other than small people or children, who would really want to sleep up there, because there's not a lot of headroom at all. So I would kind of recommend or prefer to have that like I'm using it, which is storage. Though it is nice to know that we have it if we need it. Then over here, we have the Happy Jacks, Hippie Jack, Happy Jack. These are nice. The drawback here is you have to lower both of them at the same time. This table was intended to be used as maybe a dining table in between the two. The drawback with that though is you can't get to the deck when these are down and the table's in the middle. So that was one thing we weren't crazy about. I know a lot of people remove them and put in tables like this so they just have desk space. We're not ready to make that change yet. We'll see what happens in the future. But we do have a queen size bed up above, which is fantastic. We upgraded the mattress ourselves, and it's really kind of ready for anybody to come and stay with us. Now, a few design ideas I have, other than finding something more durable for the walls, is even a few more hooks or baskets for storage things. Bear's got all kinds of special stuff because he's a special guy. And I would also like to have something that our guests can come and use to put their things in. I know he won't stop spinning. The whole trailer is shaking. Bear, did you get it? All right. Oh, one thing we don't love so much. This door, we have had trouble with this door since the beginning. It doesn't exactly close. It doesn't stay closed, and we're not sure why. I keep it locked. We rarely use it, and there it's shut today. That happened to me the last time we went to film. Nevertheless, we have trouble getting this door to close without having to like slam it. I'm not sure what that's all about, but we also do love the TV up here, and there's speakers in the garage, separate speakers in the garage as well. Okay, now we are in the kitchen of our Model G 3950. There is so much storage in here, I can't even actually fill it, and I know that that's a common comment about this particular design. I have no complaints, because in some of the areas where you need extra storage and there isn't any, you can use these unreachable cabinet shelves for things. So people like me have to get out the stool and get that. You don't only have to use them once a year, but you're not ready to part with it yet. Nevertheless, there's a ton of counter space. I like the under cabinet lighting, and I especially love the magnets that come for the knife rack. And in addition to this extra storage, this is what I'm using it for right now. Everyone should have 2 wine bottle openers, just saying. I do like the sink configuration. I love that there's a window here.
One of my pet peeves about the kitchen is the kitchen sink. It's grade A plastic, and the drain, the enamel on the drain is starting to peel. Let me explain.
Okay, just hear me out. All right, well, that's plastic. I wish it was something that was a little bit more robust. And if we take a look at the sink drain, the enamel is starting to peel off the drain. You know, one of the things for me is that if you're gonna spend a fair amount of money on your RV and you want it to be like residential quality, I think the sink could be upgraded.
But I hear Eric's complaint about the material the sink is made from. I wasn't as surprised when I started seeing the paint peeling off of the drain, because I know I've seen it before, so I wasn't too surprised when it started peeling here. I feel like it's an easy fix, but I would agree it would be better if it was just either a gold or, some kind of brass looking coordinating color, just metal. Why go with the enamel when you know it's going to be in water all the time? The stove is good. I like it, but we use the microwave most because we don't want to always use the gas. And this does have convection and everything. And of course, we're going to use our grill, right? We're going to be outside grilling because we love the outdoors. The countertops are fantastic. There is more storage in the garbage here, which is great. There's 2. I put recyclables in the other one. And another fun feature is the cutting board. that has the little hole that will push everything right down into the garbage after you use it. The paper towel holder is here. Great option. For as far as design goes, I think I like the brightness of just the white primarily in this main living space. So you're not going to see a ton. We're just going to add some personalized touches in and around just to kind of break it up a little bit. The refrigerator we really like. It's a great size, I think. And one thing I did do in here is I added those Swedish dishcloths to the shelves. Well, just to kind of keep it neater, and then they help a lot with travel days. They keep things from moving and sliding around all the time.
Now everyone knows our diet.
And of course, the pull-out pantries are amazing. These are adjustable shelves. We've obviously got it very full, but we love those so much. And they do come with, as you saw, little dealios to help keep them in place for travel days. I think I would like to add another rug, and we've talked a little bit about different benches, but other than that in here, oh, and maybe a different light fixture. Light fixture's okay. I don't have any other thoughts about the kitchen, so we can just step into the living room from here. In the living room, again, it's right next to the kitchen. So we're probably not going to do a ton of different decorating in here, just adding some personalized touches. We would like to get some maybe different chairs, something more comfortable and conducive to the amount of time that Eric and I work. We love the windows. I love all these windows in the natural light. This was another thing we really looked for. The deck and windows were really, really important. We wanted to feel like it was the outdoors coming in. And another thing that I love about the Brinkley decor package it comes with is it feels a little bit, it's nice and beautiful, but it's not over the top. Like, it's elegant while still holding true to kind of a natural state. You know, sometimes you see some RVs with like crystal chandeliers and other things. I just feel like they're not really in keeping with the outdoors. So that's another thing I love about this. There's blackout shades. The back side of these have a reflective surface so that it helps keep things cool. We also have additional bug screens, which we needed really bad when we were boondocking. Oh my goodness gracious. One thing I would touch on that I think I would prefer to have had, instead of this stained Dinesque situation, I would have liked to have seen a more natural wood color, something, just because it's kind of in keeping with the same leather tone on the sofa. I would have liked to have seen a natural wood here instead of something that was stained. We don't use it that much. I use it for a desk space, but as far as like trying to eat on it, we have had people over and we've shifted the desk or the table over so people could sit here. But it gets a little bit crowded for them. So, I mean, it's nice, but I would use it in a pinch, not something I would probably want to use all the time. Bear, however, loves having his little space underneath there, so that is a plus for him.
Bear place.
Good job.
Good job.
Lay down.
Down.
Good job, Bear. Okay, you can come on. The TV's fantastic, and we like the fireplace, but I think the stones are kind of funny. I think I would have liked to see something. Again, we're out here in nature. I'm a big nature aesthetic person, so I would have loved to have seen something a little bit more natural looking, or at least color tones that were a little more in keeping with nature, but I won't be a snob. Main door, fantastic. I love this keypad. I would actually consider replacing the one in the garage with the numeric keypad that we have here instead of dealing with that situation. This seems to be a much better solution, so I would like to consider that.
And that door is pretty beefy.
It is. All right, and then moving on. Again, this is the same wood tone that we have on the Dinesque. I would have liked to have seen something more natural, but for this space, it's okay. This particular wall, I think, takes a lot of high traffic, As you can see, some of the wall covering is starting to wear away. So this would be a wall I would consider putting some wallpaper on, something a little bit more durable to get this. Having a seam here where your hands are going to be running or using is probably not great. Even though the seam is going that way, it's still, as you can see, there's some issues there. But I would like to put a wall covering on this wall, and it would carry all the way over to the end. Something in keeping with nature, of course. And now we head into the bathroom. The bathroom, I love the fan that it comes with. There's one of these in the kitchen as well. They're fantastic. You wouldn't believe the amount of air that gets moved throughout to keep things cool and to keep that airflow moving. I really love it. It came with some hooks that I think are fantastic. I would have liked to have seen more of these hooks around. And there's a couple nice hooks in the bedroom too. I would like to see more of that. I feel like we kind of need that. The wood tone here on the wall is great. I could see adding also some wall coverings to this just to give it kind of maybe a softer, more cozy feel. We love the shower. I know a lot of people have switched out the glass with a curtain. Right now we're still digging this shower and this shower door. So I think we're really good with that. We added the bench ourselves, but other than putting in a new rug, all in all, I think this bathroom is pretty great. I would like to add some personal touches and maybe something really fun on the wall. But for the Brinkley, as far as my review goes, I know I mentioned this before, I would absolutely buy another Brinkley. You know, not everything is perfect, but it does have so many of the features that we were looking for, so many of those must-haves. It's got a neutral decor, it's well built. We're new to RV lifestyle, so, you know, we're just kind of giving you that newbie perspective from the sense that when we come in here, it feels like home. They did a really nice job of helping it not feel like you're in a camper. And that's what we wanted when we decided to take this jump and live in it full time. So all of the natural light is fantastic. There's a couple of things I'd like to tweak, personalize it, a couple things I would have liked to have changed. But other than that, you guys, I'd have to give it, you know, high marks. We really, really love our Brinkley. I know I do. Eric deals with more of the mechanicals of it though, and those probably have a tendency to be a bit more of a challenge. I'm just looking at it from, I like my space, I like being here. It has everything that I need and then some, so I love it. High five.
Okay, you heard Chrissy's side of the story. Now you get to hear Big E's side of the story on the inside. You know what? I have to give thumbs up on this L-shaped couch formation. Brinkley knocked this couch out of the park. This couch, the leather is super soft. It's got, you can put, there's heat on the ends and massagers. I'm on this couch. I could live on this couch 24/7. The way this reclines, it's fantastic. You can literally lay down and go to sleep. It is unbelievable. There really isn't any way you can improve on this couch. Now, the other thing, I know we touched upon the TV, but the surround sound that's in here is off the charts. It is like you're sitting in a movie theater. That is how good this sound is. One thing that does kind of get on my nerves is that there's so much bass power in this when it comes to the subwoofers, which I love. Don't get me wrong, I love. But it's so much, it will vibrate the slide. So that kind of gets on my nerves. And if I had hair, and those of you that do, it will vibrate your hair on your head. That's how much subwoofer power this rig has. Okay, the other things that we should probably talk about is, hey, when you're in an RV and you are close together, you're going to have conversations with one another. Our AC units kind of make that almost impossible. I wish that there was a much quieter system, because these profiles from GE are very loud. They get the job done. They cool this rig down very quickly. I'll say that, but if there was a way it didn't sound like a jet was hovering right above you, that would be fantastic. One thing I also do like about these profiles is you can take the lid off it and get to filters and clean them and replace them. So I noticed you can get them on Amazon. I think that's great, and they're very inexpensive. These cabinets, Christy didn't touch upon these, and she also requested that I do. But this space is very hard to get to. Hey, not all of us are above 5'4". Okay, I'm taller than that, but not by much. Our grandkids store all their stuff up there, and in order for us to get anything out of there, when we pull something out, everything just falls out, because it's just really hard to get to that space. So, but we do love the space at the same time. Hey, write in your comments, what do you think of this kind of hinge? What do you think? You wish that it would stay up so you could get to everything? Just thinking. I don't know what you think. I personally don't like it, but let's get your thoughts on that. This is fantastic. Wow, you know, to be able to utilize this kind of space that doesn't even look like it's there is fantastic. I thumbs up on Brinkley for doing this. And I tell you what, the finish that they've done throughout the rig is spot on, with the exception of a few spots, because I used to own a painting company, and we did kitchen finishes quite a bit, and I would have to say high marks on that. There's a spot here, but overall there's a little blemish up there, but overall I would say that they did a fantastic job. It takes a special talent to be able to put a enamel finish on the way they did. But that's what I have for you. Big E's given this Brinkley a lot of high marks, I would say, overall. Thanks for buzzing with us on another episode of Big E's Boondock. Well, we took you on a journey through our Brinkley, and hope you enjoyed it. But we can't, so we won't. But yes, we would buy another one. Hey, on our next episode, we're going to stick around a bit longer and have you know, learn now that the state bird. So we thought it would be very fit to take you to stay now, and also get some advice right across the world. So thanks for joining us again. If you like this episode, I've got 2 more episodes on each side of the screen for you to continue to buzz on. Thank you. Please subscribe. Until next time, keep your moral compass pointing north.